Well, hello there, people of the internet, and hello again, I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome back to my Rome 2 Total War Let's Play campaign as Pergamon. In the previous episodes, I captured Mascat and I wiped out the faction. Nothing interesting beyond that. Fought their navy there, fought a battle in the city, and then I auto-resolved the other one. Well, you know, other way around. I first fought the battle in the city, then auto-resolved, and then the navy battle. Potentially, depending on what Egypt does, this could be the final episode because I only need to capture these two settlements from Cyprus, and they're the only faction left that I want to attack. However, Cyprus is a satrapy of Egypt. So it depends on what Egypt does. If Egypt is going to abandon them, I'm just going to conquer Cyprus and then get my trade agreements and then be done with it. If Egypt decides to back them up, then I'm going to be killing off all of Egypt. I mean, it's not necessarily I need to prove anything because, you know, I can steamroll any faction into defeat at this point. It's just a matter of time. Alright, so with that said, let's prepare our invasion of Cyprus, which means we need to move some people. Yeah, well, whatever you... Well, then again, the last time I asked them to like get the most direct route, they actually were slower than when I manually moved them, so... But whatever, I'll send them across Mesopotamia then. Also, it reduces the risk of them running stupidly through desert attrition, so it's fine by me. Send some armies over there. I will keep armies here just in case Egypt does back them up. I am not going to just full-on assume that Egypt isn't. Where's my other spy? Oh, the spy is here, of course. Send you this way. You don't have to worry about desert attrition because you don't die on desert attrition. Yeah, the only annoying thing is going to be actually capturing Salamis, because of this, they just plop down a bunch of full stacks there, and then it's very difficult to get a hold of that. Also, I should really upgrade my navy here. Been neglecting this navy a bit. Give you one more of those. Two of those. Don't I have a... Yeah, I only have that. Where do I have the other one? Oh, that's there. Oh, that's across there then, I guess. Yeah, there's going to probably be some naval fighting. Oh, that was super dumb. I thought I was still in... I just now noticed this line. Whatever. In that case, since we can't train anyway, just go faster and go there as fast as you can. Upgrade the ships there, or train some better ships. Some bigger ships. And then haul your ass back to Rhodes. Okay, so we essentially just need one full stack to take that. Nothing more. I don't need this army to stay there anymore either because Mascat is gone, so you can also go this way. So we got 3 armies going there to take out C-Day. You're also done, you can just dock here. Got you there. I'll put this army here. I'll put you there. I'm fairly sure that you can... It wastes an entire movement point to do that. What the fuck? It wastes a full-on movement point to do that. From that beach into that water. Even though from this beach into this water it doesn't. Just because there's a town nearby. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, these guys can stay here for now. Actually, in that case, it's not a very good idea to dock them there. It's a better idea to dock them over here. Take you 3 turns to get there, but whatever. Just in case Egypt does join. Need to be prepared for that. Okay, you stay there. You already have some movement left still, so you take a peek into Egypt's territory. Yeah, they've just been relaxing, honestly. They've just been sitting here. Oh, that is the pharaoh in Alexandria there. Yeah, they conquered all of Ethiopia, they conquered all of Libya, and then ever since they've been doing sweet Avete the entire campaign, and they've just been having all of their armies sit inside there. Every single settlement they have, probably. So I never upgraded... Oh, I possibly researched something. That's why I can only upgrade those temples now. Yeah, upgrade temples to Poseidon, because they have no downsides. We have the public order for that. Yep, we actually get more food there from the temple, so that's okay. Upgrades... Yeah, upgrade that and that. We're already short on food here, so there's no point in preserving anything that is exactly balanced as all things should be. There's Knossos' armies just sitting there. Oh, that takes food away, yeah. That'll be exactly 0 if I do that one. Yeah, that should be about it. Yeah, they have a small fleet there, but that's nothing too concerning, I think. Let's put the armies there. Yeah, I also sent a diplomat to talk to Egypt, so who knows, maybe I get lucky and get critical success. And they give me Jerusalem or something. Betrayed you! Well, of course. Well, it's not my family member that did it, so I don't really care. You can just try again. Yep, politics are okay. Nothing to worry about. No more tutoring. Just do one more gather support because that was waning a tiny bit. Yeah, okay, so I do also need one army there. Yeah, you stay here just in case. That guy stays there. You don't need to be in that city, so I'll send you to Tyros. I'll send you this way. Send these armies this way. And the spy. Don't forget about her. Yeah, then we just got our main driving force near Petra. If Egypt joins, we'll just like slam straight into Jerusalem. And then just plow through here, you know? And then we'll have these coastal settlements defended. There's that one army near the landing spot as well. And we'll have this fleet in the area. It's not the best fleet in the world, but it's something. How about you guys? There's these two armies here too. I'll send you to Adamantu, so that you can just jump over wherever needed. Well, this guy needs some of that. And then you gotta move on too. Let's have a look at the Pharaoh's army. Okay, that's a bit more like it. Silver defense. 2 chariots. Regular pikes, interestingly enough. Elephants. Still a bit lacking on the cavalry. They've got some light cavalry. Citizen cav, camels. Light Galatian swords. Egyptian infantry. Now spearmen or whatever those guys. Oh, Nubians. Those are the Nubian spearmen. Oh, they got the Hellenic Royal Guard there. What bodyguard did you have? You have the Royal Peltas, okay. Again, regular pikes, citizen cav. Fairly sure you can train much higher quality units than this. Mercenary leopard warriors. These must be early armies, and they just never bothered to upgrade anything because I don't think the AI disbands anything. And because they haven't done anything, they haven't lost any armies either due to fighting. So they haven't replaced those units with better quality units either. They've just been sitting on exactly what they had for ages. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this fleet. That was stupid, because then I could have already started training this turn. How is Macedon doing, actually? Because... a famous bard, okay. Oh, bloody hell! I have to go all the way over here as well. Yeah, it's in this port, right? Yeah. There then. Fucking hell. 3 of those. And then we'll just pick up 1 fire pot thing on the way back. That should be okay. Oh, they can even make it in normal stance in this turn. Yeah, you're off to there. I don't know why I didn't put you on force march yet. Because you were off to Tyros. Fucking hell, I had to sidestep because the spy was there and immediately in desert attrition because of how fucking stupid this game is. 1 pixel next to the road and all of a sudden 10,000 of your soldiers drop dead. Makes sense. where was I sending you off to? Just... Yeah, you were going there. I guess I'll send you there too. Fairly sure the majority I'm just going to fucking, you know, again, if this war with Egypt happens, I'm going to just aggressively ram everything through here. Just like what the AI does. Like a target blind idiot just bashing your head against the wall 1,000 times, you know. Except I'm actually, when I'm doing it, it actually does work. Just blindly just ram everything through like a fucking idiot. Ultra aggressively. 3 turns until they are done. Sparta is having some food issues over there. They've got 2 of those camps there. That one with the shield and the hammer is even a barbarian building, I think. Yeah, that's that one. Why the hell did you never change that out, Sparta? That's been there. You've owned that for fucking centuries. Why the hell haven't you switched that out yet? Fairly sure you can't do very much with that. Yeah, okay, so for economic victory, we already have the settlements. We just need Cilicia. That's what I'm working on right now. I need a couple more trade relation thingies. Got the civil technologies, and I'm making more than enough money. So I needed like 8 trade agreements still. One, 2 if we count... what's it called? If we count Libya. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Missing 1 faction out here. Do we have... well, Macedon... Oh yeah, the Macedon was fighting these guys, wasn't... Yeah. Macedon owns all of that. Rome owns all of this stuff over here. Massilia is still there, it seems. And the Rugi own that. They killed the Kimberley. Yeah, maybe I do actually have to fight Egypt all the way to Libya just so that I can get a trade agreement with Libya and Garamantia. You desperately need some zeal, honestly, but I've given you authority and cunning. Yeah, that's why you're lacking in zeal. Oh, this gives you zeal. Well, the skills for these soldiers and stuff is better than just giving the guy zeal just for the sake of giving him zeal.
Magnificent.
Right, so that is all military technologies researched. Just need the final few civil ones and then we are done with all of the research. It's not that crazy. We've had fair my fair share of campaigns where... Oh, you guys stay in Antioch, actually. Had my fair share of campaigns where I already finished all the resources before that I had any victory conditions. Yeah, that's... No, we're not doing that. Because you'll be wandering through the desert. There. Yeah, these two can stay here. They'll just sort of be shifted around wherever they are needed. Okay, yeah, fast row then, whatever. Actually, no. Let's get them there. I really wish there was a settlement right there, just on the opposite side of that one, but whatever. Yeah, I'll put you there then. There we go. Forgot the spy, of course.
The Senate dislikes begging, but Rome requires money. Surely you can help you.
Well, you know, since historically Rome and Pergamon were BFFs, I'll accept this non-aggression pact with Rome.
Excellent. The owl of Minerva has surely hooted in your ear today.
We have simple needs.
No. I accept Rome's, but not yours. Get me those spices. Yeah, I might as well just upgrade everything. Who cares, right? Who cares? Oh yeah, I can also upgrade my barracks now. Everywhere. So that I can get my Agema spears, although I doubt they're going to make very much of an impact now. Because of how far the campaign has progressed without them already. Yeah, this doesn't... Oh, don't even fucking bother, we're never gonna recruit anything from there. As a matter of fact, I might as well... Especially this one here. I'll destroy this one because I'm never gonna fucking train anything from there anymore. I needed that at the time when I was fighting here, but you know, I'm never going to be training or whatever anything from there, so... Knossos still has all... This war with Cyprus is going to break out anytime soon, and then Knossos still has all of their armies over there. Yeah, next turn and then they can get a move on. Mostly have to wait on them, honestly.
We have...
Oh no! I lost the spy. Oh, this army moved away. Oh, I can even train a fourth spy. I didn't even know that.
At your service.
Right, well, you get to do some intelligence gathering here for us.
How may I serve you?
Get in the water.
Sailors. Going
Why did you say that so seductively? You just, you know, you work for me, you work for the government. I'm fairly sure I can arrange a boat for you. You don't need to seduce your way onto a boat. I'll get some guys to pick you up. Fucking relax. Why the hell did you say it like that? Yeah, so that army just left. This army left as well. Pharaoh's army is still there, though. Also, I love how, you know, it just, the game forgets. Even though I just saw it the other turn. It's like, oh, it's over the end turn, maybe something changed. No, nothing changed. We both know that. Also here, I think we can demolish this one in Persepolis. I don't think we need that one. You build this thing here. Get rid of this as well. I will leave this like this. I don't need to. I'm not gonna destroy all of them. I will get rid of the... No. I will get rid of this one. So that I can build that food building. To sort of balance that one out a tiny bit. And we don't need this level 4 here either. That can go away. Build an additional farm there, and then we can actually make that food. The food will be a net profit over there then. Yeah, these ones I'm definitely upgrading in Mesopotamia and Syria and stuff like that. This one here too, it's decently nearby that I'm saying, yeah, let's upgrade that one. I didn't build anything in Nabatea, right? No, I did, and I'm upgrading it already. Good job. Good job, me, from like 2 turns ago. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's nice, level 4, but honestly, let's be fucking honest here. We're never going to be training any units from here. It'll take them fucking 7 light years to get back to us. Yeah, this Ecbatana is okay. And I'll leave the other ones, like in the Parthia province and stuff. Just in case for emergencies. And I mean, realistically, nothing is going to happen.
You have many fine
But I do like to sort of, you know, make it sort of realistic still. Like, alright, well, just in case something does happen, I want that secured. Kind of embarrassing if something does happen and I have 0 things over there. Like in 95% of my entire... what's it called? 95% of my entire empire. There are no barracks anymore just because I'm completely focusing on money. Would be kind of embarrassing. Yeah, that will be the same as this one, just the double farm thing. Just double check everywhere. Yeah, I'm not upgrading that one because I'm losing food then. It loses 4. We get 6 back if we demolish that one. Or alternatively, switch this into another farm. Well, we'll just leave it like that for now. It's okay. This is fine. This is fine. Already upgrading it here. We have the food for that. We have no military here. Upgrading, and we have the food for it. Yeah, upgrade that temple to Mars. Ares. Well, we all know his real name is Mars. Yeah, we got the barracks out of here in Persepolis. I'll just build one of those for a change. For fun. Upgrade that. Yeah, just leave it like that. We can't really upgrade anything without going in the red. Not really necessary, but I'll upgrade it anyway. This is all fine. We have the food for this. Yeah, we have the food for this as well, because that'll be upgraded and this only costs 4. So even without that upgrade it would be okay. And that only loses public order, not food. Yeah, and then we may even be able to upgrade that once that second farm is fully up and running on the final level. Yeah, these upgrades were deliberately held off because I don't own the rest of the province, but I'm working on that. Here and do that. You don't necessarily have to worry about the food because of course that olive city thing will provide more than enough, but it's mostly so that the girl can get some experience. I also keep forgetting to send the diplomats to Egypt the whole time.
Gold freely given and grateful.
What the hell? This member of the family is introduced to a lucrative investment opportunity, borrowing heavily to cover their share of the deal. A week later, things don't look good. Failure is imminent. Industry on hold. What? Here, this? Okay. Odd. You back to normal stance. Normal stance as well. Yeah, return to the port of Rhodos, and then you need to hire one more of those, and then you're fully decked out. Well, if you steal food here, -2. Tutoring again. Let's try to keep up with it this time. There we go. Also, any marriages I need to fix? Okay, they just came of age. They won't have enough gravitas. Pretty much all of them have 3 children. It's pretty nice. Spartan wife. Pretty good. An educated husband. Very nice. Don't change anything. Okay. This one, it doesn't matter because she's never going to be in a province. Oh, they are perfect for each other. He is going to be in province and it's worse for him, but whatever. She also just came of age. She's 21. You really should get a move on. Doesn't matter for her. And that's perfect for him, so it's fine. And yeah, I already got a bunch of marriages done this turn, so you don't have enough gravitas. You do, but the gravitas adds up and stuff, so. Next turn. Oh, no, actually, no. Hang on. Well, you guys are done, for sure, but you need to go to Egypt. Once again, makes those guys think that they're super important, even though they aren't, and if she dies, well, I don't fucking care, because she's not part of my family, so who the fuck cares if she dies? Oh yeah, Plato, the guy who traveled in time and then also had a massive career change. I'm going to give you more of these ones. Dread Commander, which is kind of funny for a guy named Plato to have. Oh, you have the picked Peltasts. There, and then proven leader. #100 range on the Peltasts, and we're 169 on the archers. That's insane. Okay, I think next turn we can declare war on Cyprus. Well, we already could ages ago, but you know, everything is in position for next turn. Generous tribute, okay. Not a critical success, but a success, which is nice. Ah, they force marched his army back. There we go, final technology. Well, first let's all do everybody that leveled up, because there were quite a there were quite a bunch of them. There we go. Not that very useful traits for these people because they're not of my family. That is useless, so don't bother. These are your final things. Rally and Inspire, and then the final Dread. Oh, actually, no, there was more, right? No, there wasn't, okay. Yeah, he just got that Master Trader, what I gave him that skill. Yeah, alright, so let's declare war. I was gonna save, but you know, legendary difficulty, there's no need to save. Right, so the question is Egypt gonna join, yes or no? No! I was kind of expecting that. Oh, they have artillery ships. I'm gonna auto-resolve them. And, well, actually, if I am gonna auto-resolve, then I'm going to pull this other army in to reinforce. I don't want to have another situation with, like I had with Bactria and their stupid artillery ships. Sparta must be, like, right about in love with me at this moment. Took them 7,000 years. Oh no, I actually had the... Oh, I could have manually resolved that. I had those ballistas in my army of the reinforcing army. I forgot about that. Wow, that's a lot of food. Yeah, sure. Leave it in. And then we can upgrade this stuff finally. Right, so now the big thing is getting into this stronghold, which is Salamis. We moved the fleet from Rhodos to Side. Don't know why the game was being so anal about that, but there you go. Yeah, so Egypt didn't join. Cyprus hates Egypt now because, of course, they broke that treaty. Yeah, they're only slightly discontent with me. Well, technically they must be very angry with me, but they're way too scared to be outwardly angry with me, I guess. So that's why they sided with me. Well, but they didn't necessarily side with me. They just didn't side with Cyprus.
Welcome, honored guest. How may we help you?
So, wow, you are willing to pay 6,000 denarii for this trade agreement, Carthage?
By Tanith.
They're importing absolutely fucking everything at this point. Yeah, okay, so... I need 7 more trade agreements. Oh, that's the wrong button. I can't trade with them. Or them, even though they do own some stuff there. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm 1 faction short, actually. You know, I need Libya. Libya still exists. I just need to know that they're there. So once this war with Cyprus is over, I just need to haul a fleet over there to discover that they exist and then start trading, and then it should be okay. Yeah, alright, so we got this going. They lost C-Day right away. Let's see what Cyprus does next. Oh yeah, they're really starving now because, of course, all of that food was coming from C-Day and we're stealing... Oh, somebody died. Oh, that was an admiral from a fleet somewhere. Wow, look at how much money I have to pay to put somebody in there that I don't even want in there. Well, it's not like money is an issue, but still. Okay, there you are. Natural causes, okay. At least makes sure that there's no animosity between me and the other political motherfucking underdogs, because they have nothing to say in my empire, even though they think they do. Only 320 denarii to pay them to fuck off for a bunch of turns, wow. Okay, they all just left they all just left the city. With all of this ridiculous amounts of movement, it's pretty funny that they can only move that far. If I attack this... I was gonna say, they come in to reinforce, right? Just auto-resolve this. Just occupy that.
It is an honor to serve.
And there you go. Oh, actually... I would like barracks, but... Oh, they also have this. That's actually very nice.
We hunger for battle. I don't care how tired you are.
I'll force march you inside so that we can have a city defense if they attack.
Ready for orders.
Plus 5% ramming bonus for all units during battles against blockading fleet. Okay, that's oddly specific. I saw this picture of the ship ramming, like, oh, nice. Increased ramming damage or something, but no. Only against blockading ships for some reason. Oh, because... Oh, maybe because I should read, and the fucking trait is called blockade runners. More income from raiding. I don't really raid very often, but... Oh, there we go. That just gives more missile attack range for everybody. That's useful. Yeah, they could just make a Thorax Swordsman, just very casually, even though you can't even play as Cyprus. Right, so we just need to finish Cyprus off, and then I need to discover that Libya exists. Because that's not diplomacy, this is diplomacy. Right, so let me just get the other trade agreements going.
Extends the most magnificent welcome to you and your honorable people. What wisdom do you bring? Truly, Maiku.
My friend, be welcome. The spirits of this place smile upon you. The gods will... Welcome, worthy friend. Let us break bread and drink.
Everybody wants my stuff.
All praise to the gods.
Welcome, worthy friend. Let us break bread and drink before words pass our lips. I will take word.
Oh, there's leather in Britannia somewhere. Okay, how big are the Iceni? Oh, the Iceni own all of this. Well, they don't own that or this for some weird reason, but they do own that, and that. But they didn't conquer that or that for some reason. But yeah, okay. So there's leather up there somewhere.
Good and noble friend, what an honor you do us. Come, speak. There's a good pork roasting for you, and better ale and mead set aside. But first, we talk.
Yeah, nobody wants to go above 6,000 denarii for a trade agreement.
All praise to the god.
Yeah, can't trade with them. I'm already trading with those guys, and I can't trade with them either. I'm trading with them. Been trading with them for a while. Can't trade with Sparta. Right, so now we have all of those provinces. Yeah, I'm missing one faction to trade with. So we just need to send this fleet in force march or whatever it's called to Libya and trade with them, because I can trade with Libya once I discover that they are there. Okay, so I was expecting that. They're just going to use everything they've got. Oof, it's going to be a tough fight for the Myrmidons. But we have to do it. Because otherwise the army is doomed. I do have my artillery ships, so I can just lob shots at them. I can do the exact same thing they did. Well, not they, but, you know, they specifically. But the exact same thing what the Bactrians did to me. Just have the ships sit out here and just shoot them the whole time. Alright, this is a very annoying spot to defend, honestly, because this is the victory point, which I have to hold, and there are like 17,000 ways to get in here. I do have my elephants, which are very nicely, mostly intact, so that is nice. Let's reorganize everything for a second. Just put the entire main army here. I'll have 2 pikes holding the line there. I don't know where the other armies are going to come from. I'm assuming multiple angles. So I'll place one there. And then one here. Fucking hell, would have preferred a narrower spot, but the game is just not allowing me. Well, I guess they can't. Okay, never mind. I thought they could walk over this hedge, but they can't. That's part of the walls and the buildings that cannot be destroyed, so... Okay. That's okay. So we got all of you guys in phalanx there. I'll put 2 hoplites. Actually, no, I can just put 1 here. 1 hoplite here, in hoplite wall. Okay, well in that case 2 hoplites. Holding the line here. I'll put the elephants there. Well, actually here. Cavalry here. Generals stay here. Archers in the middle, along with the swordsmen and the extra hoplites to jump in wherever needed. If they charge here, we got these hoplites covering it. If they come in through here, I've got 2 phalanx. If they come through there, I got the phalanx. Got there, I got the phalanx. If they want to go all the way around, I've got cavalry here with elephants. I don't care about the garrison. I'll put you 2 here. Just in case they want to run here with something that my cavalry can't handle. Barricades and shit. I'll put the caltropes there to fuck up their cavalry if they come in. I'll put a barricade there to buy us time. Fire pits there. Don't bother with those things. There's not really a hill here. I literally have my navy docked in the... I mean, there's not really a big port in this... what's it called? In this village. But still, I literally have my navy docked. And I have to wait for the navy to come in as reinforcements. That is ridiculous. Alright.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
One gigantic ass battle to finish off the campaign. Yeah, see, I was expecting them to be from coming in from multiple angles. Okay, got my archers. Guard modes. Don't fire at will. You need to shoot specific targets. Okay, so I'll send the elephants back here because they're sending cavalry in through there. Got reinforcing ships coming in. Okay, wipe out the Terrantines. They want to be cheeky and just stand there and throw spears, and I'm not fucking allowing that shit. Okay, elephants defeat the citizen cav. Should not be that difficult for you to handle. Okay, they're sending a bunch of infantry here. Archers. Okay, there we go. Terrantines are dead. Cavalry's charging in here. More Terrantines here. Okay, they're just throwing their cavalry away. Why the hell do I not have any more artillery ships and stuff? Okay, that is exactly why I kept the hoplites here. Okay, archers turn around. Terrantines. Okay, Terrantines are coming there. Phalanx is holding. Elephants are killing cavalry. Infantry is coming though. I was kind of expecting this to go a bit faster. So the citizen cav this way. Yeah, fucking javelin man. Okay. I literally... Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that fucking fun feature in this game. I need to shoot the enemy 10 trillion times with archers before their elephants go berserk, but they just need to hit me with one volley and they go berserk immediately. I forgot about that feature. Fucking dumb is what it is. Okay, those elephants are fucking gone. That really, really, really sucks. I completely forgot that that happens in this game. Anything I own goes berserk after one volley. Where are the other Terrantines? They're hanging back there. Okay.
An entire unit has perished.
Yeah, the elephants. I knew. I saw it happening and there was zero I could do about it. Back off. They're just standing there. What do you even have on here? Oh, you have archers on here. Why are you shooting at this? Don't fire at will. Shoot those pikemen. I told you guys to stop fucking out. Shoot at them then. If you want to fire so badly. fucking Thurios spears.
The men are waiting.
Yeah, because they're being targeted by 1,000 Thurios spears. And there is nothing I can do about it. Yeah, of course, fucking cowards. There's more garbage coming in. Don't think the Myrmidons are going to survive this one. Yeah, now all of a sudden they all come in. Fucking scumbags, man. Fuck you guys. I hope you die an extremely painful death. I hope you have a horrible fucking time in the afterlife. Okay, well, you need to run around. Free up those... what the fuck are they called? Hoplites? Yeah, they're being completely overrun there.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Of course, then everything goes super tiny because, of course... Oh my god, man.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful.
Well, I never told you to go there. Never told you to do any of that shit.
Our general is under attack.
Fucking scumbags over there as well, attacking my fucking archers. So one of the only things keeping me in this battle. No, we're never gonna get fucking make it.
The enemy general is dead.
Killed an enemy general somewhere. Well, they died. Yeah. Okay. Need to send them around. They're fighting a phalanx from the front over there, I think, so... well, we're not gonna fucking make it because there's so much shit coming in. And this was a horrible settlement to defend as well. And also, I don't know where my artillery... I'm losing units! So I was assuming, oh, I can't get any more units in. So that's why I'm not receiving any more reinforcements. But I'm actively losing units right now, and the game is just not sending in any more troops. Yeah, I also told you not to engage with them anymore.
Units has used all its ammunition.
So I don't know why you're still doing it. Also, I love how they just stand there jerking themselves off for fucking 10 hours, and then, of course, after a moment, they just go, oh shit, oh, we've got an opening, and then they fucking ram everything through like a bunch of fucking idiots. Ah, there you go, there you cunts are.
The enemy general is dead.
Also, I gave you an order. I would love the guys to listen. Got my hoplites here, rush here. Back off. No fucking way they actually won against those pikes. What the fuck? They're all after the general. Yeah. Wow, look at them all being target blind after my general. Okay, reinforcements coming in. 30 spears, whole ass to here. Actually, whole ass to here, because apparently they are still very target blind. All of you guys head over here. These guys over here. Oh yeah, I forgot that Thorax swordsmen have spears to throw, because nearly every fucking unit in Rome 2 does. Another useful feature. Oh, they are the biggest fucking scumbags ever. Where's my cavalry? There, attack them in the back. Yeah, of course there's open space there, but then fuck around. Good job. Attack. Okay, well, at least the Tarentines are stuck there. So they're dying now. Oh, here we go. Trying to hit that. What the fuck are you guys doing? Disembark. 30 spears, whole ass. Oh shit, no. Get your ass back here. Fucking idiots. Oh, there we fucking go. That is a fantastic hit. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. That is so fucking stupid. That is so fucking stupid. Those hoplites have been standing there for fucking 70,000 years. And the millisecond I move them down, all of a sudden they're going to move everything there. Fuck you. This battle would be so much easier if I still had my fucking elephants. Oh, Jesus, there's a lot of pikes there. Go. Don't bother fighting that from the front. Oh, there we go. You're getting some nice hits in here, though. Well, there's still more coming. Where are you? Why are you standing still over there? Yeah, I didn't need my fucking archers anyway, bro. Just fucking throw them away. Fuck off. Gave you an order to get a fucking move on, and then you're just sitting there and doing nothing. Okay, cool. I didn't want to win this battle anyway.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Yeah, of course they do.
This is a shameful display.
Oh geez, where are you? Yeah, you're in the thick of things there. Yeah. Fucking hell, man. Fuck you.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Those the unspeakable things that I wish to do to you.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Artillery awaiting orders. Spears ready. The Rhodos spears. General.
Yeah.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, another couple of those, please. Probably hit my own troops there, but whatever. Shut the fuck up. Got to see what I'm up against here. Okay, cool. They move in a stupid position so that we can't... Oh, no, now do I get my archer ships? Right now. When there is no defensive line anymore. Cool. Very cool. Love it. Adore it.
An entire unit has perished.
Charge that in the back. I've got all of these abilities, but I never really used any of them. Charge those pikemen in the back.
Men flee the field of battle.
Yeah, they're being absolutely fucking destroyed by I don't know how many things. Got fucking 10,000 units slamming that unit against the wall here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, they got a phalanx there, they got a phalanx there, they got a phalanx there, they got fucking phalanx everywhere, of course. There we go, start throwing see how you fucking like it, Cyprus.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Alright, well at least this tower is still shooting. Fucking these idiots are still here.
Men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
There we go, good job. There we go. Am I going to literally win? With the bullshit that almost lost me the fucking match in that one battle against the Bactria. Okay, there we go. That is dealt with. Fuck me, man. Poor army.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Of course, they're fucking outflanking me there.
As you command. Understood. By your command.
They got some fucking Tarentines there.
Orders understood. Ready for orders.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I do also love when I get outflanked, I actually do, you know, I get a massive morale penalty and I lose my units. But when I outflank them, they don't. Because they have so many cheats on, it doesn't even matter.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Here we go. Here we go. And the beautiful thing is, this thing has infinite ammo. Oh, you can read. How cute! How adorable!
Flee the field of
How fucking adorable! You actually think I'm going to just sit there? How fucking adorable was that? Did you guys see that? How absolutely adorable. There we go. This is going to be fun. Why isn't my general hidden? You can hide generals in Rome too. Yeah, there we go. Run past my archers again. Are these scorpions even shooting, or is it just the archers? You can hit them, that doesn't matter.
Ready and awaiting orders. To the oars.
Oh no, no, oh, he's already in range. I saw the tower shooting. Oh my god, yes! Give me a few more of those. There we go, general's hidden. They have zero clue that my cavalry's there. Oh my god, yes! There we fucking go. You're making it actually easier for me by standing like that. There we go, the Tarentines are gone.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, that was one of the Scorpion boats. This thing can get closer because there's no more Tarentines.
Artillery awaiting orders. Fire on shore targets.
Okay, never mind. There are Tarentines. There's them. Oh, hey, look at that. I have more. Why the hell? What the hell? Oh, the army losses are kicking in now. Okay, piss off. Just run together. General.
Our men.
You fucking idiots! Get your fucking pathetic ass back in line! Fucking idiots.
Artillery ships reporting. Our men flee the field of battle.
What a bunch of fucking retards! Get your swirly shit asses back here! Fuck off! Fucking running away! Fucking cowards!
Ships at your command.
Support ships at your command.
Also, I have these archer ships left as well. It's not over yet. Well, those fucking retards thought that it was. Fucking idiots! But it isn't over yet. At least the general has a bit of a backbone. Unbelievable. All hidden. Nothing on the matter. And then randomly they all just got ridiculously scared and ran away with the general 3 motherfucking centimeters right next to them.
Field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Also, yep, exactly what I told you to do. Yep, exactly what I told you to do. 2 you guys facing the wrong way. That's exactly what I said.
Support ships ready. To the oars. Orders understood.
Halt! We await your word.
What are they? You fucking asshole! Just stay there, you don't have to do anything. Right, if you disembark here... Well, I guess they're gonna...
Our men flee the field of
You are... What the fuck? Nothing happens! Nothing happened! It is the exact same motherfucking situation as it was fucking 3 minutes ago. And now all of a sudden you're scared. Fuck you! And then he comes back all of a sudden. Fuck off, man.
our missiles await your orders.
And then he runs away again. Fuck you. Fuck you. If we win this fight magically and you survive, I'm gonna kill you. Right, well, it is sort of a good thing that he left because the only units that they have to kill now are my ships. So they are going to hopefully clump up on the beach there. And then my guys can shoot them. Actually, oh, ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. Just wait until they get over here. You'll have clearer shots that way.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Oh, there we go. My archers just killed something. We can still win this fight. I told you to stop. I literally can't even order them to stop because there is no order for them to do anything. And yet they're still shooting. I hate you guys so fucking much. Like if you would... Okay, there we go. That was a hit. But I was gonna say, if you actually would hit something... Okay, those scumbags are just sitting there. And this tower has infinite ammo, so this tower can just keep going. Just wait until they clump together a bit. Try to take out the Thurios. No, the Thurios. What the fuck? Tarentines. That's what they're called. Something with a T. I ordered you to stop. I literally can't order you to stop anymore because you don't have an order to cancel. So why are you doing this? Could have had a way better shot if my elephants didn't go berserk. But of course, you know, if they're my elephants, you need to throw one arrow. You throw one arrow at them. Not even shoot the arrow with a bow. Just with your bare hands, throw an arrow at an elephant of mine. They go berserk for 17,000 hours. But when it's their elephants, when the AI controls the elephants, you need to fire at least 10,000 volleys. And then maybe, just maybe, they go berserk. Okay, they shattered the fucking cavalry there. They are out of ammo. Move the archers in. Okay, you guys fire at will again. They're not clumping up together with everything as beautifully as I was expecting. There's also all of that there. Actually, maybe that's a better target for you. Wow, they just juked my archers? Okay, well, they didn't juke them hard enough. I have the ballista ships. They have longer range than the onager ones.
Ships at your command. Artillery ships reporting. Destroy shore targets.
Again, somebody's lying. You're telling me that they're in range, and yet you still have to get closer to hit them. So somebody's lying. Are we gonna shoot or what?
Artillery! Fire on the enemy!
Fucking hell, man. They have a perfect angle, and they're not doing it. They're refusing to do it.
Artillery ships ready!
21 minutes left. This is where infinite battle time would be better. Yeah, just stay there. If it doesn't work, just keep doing the exact same thing until it does.
Give way! Move out! Fire on shore targets!
Are you gonna do it now? I fucking hate you two. I fucking hate you two, buddy. I despise you with every fiber of my being as well. Don't you fucking worry. Can I do the, Oh, I can. Okay, that one was off. That was a horrible shot as well. I'm just wasting ammo if I keep doing that. There we go, finally. Now you guys actually have to hit them still. Okay, you guys go over here.
Firepower ready!
They killed one guy. There we go. There we go. How the hell was that one kill? It went straight through the middle. Okay, that was a bit better. Oh, there we fucking go. That was a good one. You're telling me you can't hit that unit, but... Oh, there we go. That was another nice one. Okay, there we go. Archers are opening fire over here. That's what I brought them in for. They have the fucking shield wall thing on, even though you can totally not see them walking in a shield wall formation. But just because they've clicked on the ability, they've got all the benefits. the hell was that shot? Oh, that was a nice one. Pikes next.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
One ballista ship is out of ammo. Shoot over there then. There we go, shattered. Serves you goddamn right. Swordsman coming in. Those spikes are coming in from over there. And it's gonna be really fucking close if we're actually gonna make it. It depends on how fast they move their people towards the fucking... Also, obviously, it depends on how much ammo it takes for me to kill everybody. But it also depends on how fast they move their guys over here. They had just had them all clumped up like that before. Would go a lot faster that way. We get a lot more kills per shot with my ballista ships. Okay, they're gone. Next group of pikemen gone. In a few seconds. Yeah, and then they're not moving anything here anymore because they're just gonna wait out the fucking timer.
Artillery ships ready.
Alright, pretty nice hit. I love how they know. They just immediately start walking once the shot is in the air. See, you know, I could disembark somebody and then sort of lure them here, but I'm fairly sure that they're going to just rout the millisecond they're offshore altogether. What the hell? Listen! They're hidden, but they immediately knew that that was happening. Alright, come on. Cocksuckers. See, they're hidden. They technically should have no idea that that just happened, but here they come.
Support ships ready! Ready and awaiting orders!
Again, turn around completely. Not at all what I said.
At your command! Support ships! Move out!
Get the tower ship closer. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Fucking hell, they still have ammo.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, you're wavering, I know. But you did a good job. Ah, nice. Ricocheted off the roof and then still hit somebody. Alright, well here we go. My archers are emptying out their final bits. This guy just ran out of ammo too.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, here come the last ones. Oh, come on, when is their army loss penalty gonna kick in? Final few guys are coming in. It's getting ridiculously close. Yeah, those scum. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Then all of a sudden we are gonna get an army loss penalty, are we? Just because they had a few shots left over. That's how we're going to be doing it now.
Artillery awaiting orders.
Gone. Literally, how much more do I have to kill? For their army loss penalties to kick in. That's also shattered.
One of our units has used all its
Okay, well there go all the arrows. How on earth are they not suffering from Army loss penalties now. Look at this. This is all that's left. How on the flying fuck are they not suffering from army loss right now? Oh, I know the answer to that actually. Legendary difficulty. This is going to be the most Pyrrhic of Pyrrhic victories that these guys are going to win in 5 minutes. Fuck me, man. This guy can't hit shit either. There. That's how it's done. Okay, well, that was not my fault.
Our men flee the field of battle.
They just randomly, nothing changed. As a matter of fact, there are less enemies, and then they run away all of a sudden. And then they flee. I can't use them anymore. Literally, there are less enemies now than there were before. There are less enemies now than there were before, and then they run away all of a sudden. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Look at that. 7,199 losses on them. Yeah, they neutralized the elephants. That's how they fucking managed to win that battle. If my elephants managed to not go berserk after having one arrow thrown at them, would have been able to do 10,000 I would have been able to win that battle. Fuck you. He deserved to die, fucking coward.
Retreat! Pausing.
That is fucking dumb as fucking hell. Absolute insanity. Just because my elephants went berserk, that's the only reason I lost that fight. I would have won otherwise.
We cannot do that. On the move. Yes. Blockading. Get the blockade set up. Ready for orders.
Jesus, look at them all. Oh, they just hired elephants really quickly. Yeah, sure they did.
Your orders. None shall pass. Yes. Get the blockade set up.
Fuck you. Fucking burn it to the ground. Fuck you.
Yes. Easy into port.
Alright, there was a military port there, or whatever. They deserve to die. I genuinely hope every single man, woman and child in that village had an extremely slow and excruciatingly painful death. It would make my day so much more happier if I figured out that they all suffered extremely badly. That they all had an excruciatingly painful death. It would genuinely make my day so much better if I figured that out. You are of my family. Why weren't... You don't have a... Whatever. Just hire this guy then.
For battle. To your duties, men.
Get your elephants. I also lost that... champion, didn't I? Let's get another one then.
My sword is yours.
Oh, that's the same guy! What the fuck? I didn't even know that was possible. I thought he died. Huh, what the fuck? I didn't even know that was possible. He just returned to the pool after that loss of that. Okay, interesting to know. I didn't know that was a thing in this game. Learn something new every day. Really fucking annoying though that the Myrmidons just completely got wasted there. Only because of those elephants. If those fucking elephants didn't just choke out of nowhere. I mean, I should have fucking known. I kind of forgot that that is a thing. You know, the AI does something, it works. When I do it, it magically doesn't work anymore because I don't get a fucking assload of cheats. Of course. Oh yeah, well, no, you know, of course, I completely destroyed that, so... Would have been able to retrain all of those Therios Spears ships immediately, but... No, just wait until the thing is back. Fucking dickheads. Okay, what was it? 3 of those? I had 2 Galatian swords. 4 pikemen. Archers, but I don't have archers here. I have an archer barrack there. Oh, and in this army can have the Agima spears. They're not gonna actually perform any fights in any battles, but they will have them. Yeah, you dock here to replenish. You need to wait until the thing is done. Oh, that is so fucking frustrating though. It's literally so annoying. I could have totally won that fight if my elephants didn't run away at the start. Again, 1 volley of spears, or I believe it was skirmishers, so it was 1 volley of javelins, and they just went berserk right away. I kind of forgot that that happens to my... Specifically my elephants. It doesn't happen to their elephants, it only happens to my elephants. Because the AI gets like 10 trillion cheats. So of course they don't care. You need to shoot them 10,000 times with your elephants and then they... maybe... They don't even die from... they don't even... what's it called? They don't even like run amok or anything. They just... what's it called? They... their health will just run out. That's how they die, just because they run out of health. If that health pool was increased, then they would just keep going anyway. I'm not even gonna give you the satisfaction of fighting this manually. Fuck you. And also I'm not gonna take you as slaves. Fuck you. We'll just let them come over there if they want. Who cares? Right, so let me... I can hire another fleet, right? Yes, I can. Just hire a random dude, because I still need to discover Libya. So I'll just hire that fleet to sail over there very quickly and meet them. Sparta, you're... Oh, really? 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 We're gonna be doing it like that now, are we? Normally they always just suicide charge when they have no settlements left. But then magically they just see that and they're like, oh, actually, hang on a minute. We're going to be making a smart decision now. Fuck off. Well, that sucks. I can actually still make it. Oh, and it is an army. It's not even a navy. Oh, how fucking terrible for you. Once again, I'm not giving you the satisfaction of a manually resolved battle. You just fucking die on the fucking ocean floor right there. There we go. No captives, no survivors. Everybody dies. Fuck you. Three turns, and then the campaign is over. Alright, so now you can come in here. So here they are, the Agima spears. My best infantry. I need... Let's do 3 archers. And then 6 Agima spears. I could also get extra Pergaminus Noble Cav. Or those. Hippeus Lancers. Yeah. Don't bother with them. Get 2 Hippeus Lancers instead. Oh yeah, and then you need to attach yourself to them again. And train them up. General wins battle, yeah, or whatever. You keep talking to Egypt. Maybe they'll give me Jerusalem. Yeah, and then in 2 turns we meet Libya.
Magnificent.
Get a trade agreement with them and then it's over.
What?
It's still so annoying, man. Literally, just that one elephant unit going berserk at the start. Once again, after one volley, they just threw some spears for the very first time, and immediately, they went berserk. Immediately. Don't know if you remember any of my other fights against the enemy when the AI had any elephants. And how many times I had to shoot them before they never went berserk but died. Because of course they never went berserk. Very fair. Very, very fair. Yeah, next turn. I have to shoot them 10,000 times and then they never go berserk. They die earlier and then they go berserk. When they do it, it's not even, they weren't even using flame shot or anything, which makes it happen faster. They just threw one spear, essentially, just one spear, and then they went berserk right away. Immediately. Immediately. They went berserk immediately. Very fair. Very, very fair. Yeah, so I do have Agima spears in the end, but, you know, this army is never going to see any fighting. Also, it's weird that the Agima spears are behind the citizen cav. You know, the regular hoplites are before citizen cav, so it's a bit odd that these are behind. Whatever. Just need to quickly burn through these turns so I can finish the campaign. And even with those elephants going berserk, I still could have won if my army didn't just run away halfway through. Because army loss penalty. The game literally just pulls that card. The game just literally goes, oh, the army loss penalties. That's what happened. They had barely anything left in the end. They had so little left. It was ridiculous. They had so little left. And then I get army loss penalties and run away. They should have had that army loss penalty. Oh, I know, 17 fucking 1,000 hours ago, but no, I get the army loss penalties and they don't. Very fair, very fair.
Be welcome. You have my full attention. We had heard.
There. Also, I just now finished all of the research, so I don't have anything left of a search anymore. Right. Control 65 settlements. Done that. Control Asia, Galatia, Cappadocia, Bosporus, Cilicia, Syria, Mesopotamia. Done that. Trade with 15 factions. Done that. Control every resource. Done that. Have an income of over 90,000 denarii. Got 219,000 denarii every turn, so done that. 20 civil technologies, done that. It's pretty funny, they request 20 and there's only 28 in the entire game. Maintain 120 units, got that. And the Myrmidons are up to full strength as well. Yeah, get that because you have elephants. That's a generic one, so get that. And proven leader for you. Politics, one last check. Everything is okay. Didn't even see what happened with the diplomat I sent to Egypt last turn. Oh, that was even the turn before that. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, there we go. That is the end of the campaign. Oh, after I decline all of these offers in diplomacy. I got the achievement already. There you go. Give me my 60 denarii. Emperor of Historia. Give me my 60 denarii. That is legendary Pergamon campaign victory. In turn 235. Holding 73 settlements. How did I capture and lose settlements? Oh, I lost in that initial fight. I lost it and then captured it again. So that's why I have more settlements captured. I just recaptured them, but then of course, you know, the total tally of settlements hold doesn't go up. Yeah, so turn 235 in 214 BC. 73 settlements. Legendary difficulty victory on Pergamon. Give me my 60 denarii. Alright, well, you can pause the video and look at all these stats individually if you want to look at something specifically. Only 9 defeats the entire campaign through. 148 battles. Only 33 of them personally fought. 60 naval battles is pretty alright. 0 combined. 64 settlement battles. 139 victories. I won every single land battle. Won all the ambush battles. Except for 4, I won all the settlement battles as well. Executed 31,766 captives. Yeah, successful. I was actually surprised. The agents worked really well. I never assassinated anybody. So yeah, the spies only failed me 3 times this entire campaign. That is impressive. You know, I usually complain a lot because they usually fail me all the time. But, you know, credit where credit is due. They actually succeeded very many times this campaign. I'm very pleased with that. And that is also something that has to be acknowledged when they do a good job. Thank you, spies, for doing a good job. Betrayed, or well, whatever. Would have been kind of funny if I snatched Jerusalem at the very end. There you go, economic victory. You know, I could have quite easily done military as well if I wanted to, you know, it's just a matter of time. Rather nearly there with 90 settlements already, just I would have declared war on Egypt, conquered all of this, and then I needed Magna Graecia or something, right? Oh yeah, Macedonia, Egypt is in Magna Graecia, yeah, I just needed to conquer a few more things. Would declare war on Egypt, take that, I need to get into Macedonia. And Magna Graecia somehow, but yeah. Yeah, there we go. That is the end of my Rome 2 Let's Play campaign as Pergamon. That last battle was dumb as fucking hell. That's not the fault of Pergamon, that's the fault of the fucking game. My elephants have one spear. My elephants get hit with the blunt end of one spear, and they go berserk immediately. And I need to unleash 17,000 volleys on enemy elephants, and they still don't go berserk. Sure, fucking idiots. All right, well, that is it for me on this campaign. That is the very first legendary campaign on this channel. Was it hard? Sure. By far the hardest part was the stars, and everything else was rather smooth sailing, honestly. I mean, yes, I lost that army in the end, but you know, it was like 3 turns, and then the army was back at full strength, and I even had the Agima spears in there, so it wasn't that bad. The Myrmidons just died a heroic death at the very end of the campaign, very poetically. Really, actually, I really shouldn't have reinstated the legacy. It would have been that kind of cooler, honestly, if they just died right there at the end of the campaign. But yeah, the reason why they lost the battle is fucking dumb as all hell. Just because those elephants went berserk. If I had those elephants throughout the entire battle, I would have won the fight. But no, they got hit by one blunt end of a javelin, and then they went berserk immediately and never recuperated. Of course. Of course. Sure. I almost believe it, game. Almost. But yeah, anyway, legendary difficulty is ridiculous because, of course, the AI is notorious for cheating their motherfucking ass off, and they do not hide it, and that just gets cranked up to 11 on legendary. And I'm just not a fan of that. That's why you hear me complain about it so many times. I think that's a very cheap and shallow way of making it difficult for the player. Just handicapping yourself and bypassing things, and yeah, you know, just make them more I know that's more difficult, but you know, come on. It was you can accept that. I can accept that for Rome 1 and Medieval 2, that you can't make the AI smarter when you increase the difficulty. But for Rome 2, for these more recent Total Wars, it's just laziness. There's absolutely no reason why they couldn't implement smarter AI stuff. That's just laziness. And then that's not laziness of the developers, that's laziness of the people at the top that make the decisions, that pass it down to the people below them. But yeah, it's super frustrating. And so yeah, legendary difficulty, is it difficult? Yeah, sure. Not necessarily more, well, obviously it is more difficult than very hard, but Yeah, you don't necessarily notice it that much when you progress further in the campaign. You notice it at the start for sure, because everybody really hates you. Especially with Rhodos. Rhodos was my... I mean, I was lucky that I managed to peace out, but Rhodos... We had a non-aggression pact or whatever it was, or a defensive alliance or something. And Rhodos declared war on me, even though we still had a non-aggression pact going. Bullshit like that. That's the annoying part of legendary difficulty. And of course the start, where everybody is just... The AI cheats their ass off, you already know that, but at the end of the campaign, later on, in the late campaign, you don't notice it very much. But at the start, you truly notice it. I'm scraping by, I'm going in the negatives with my with my finances, because I have one full stack, and then you see another faction which has one village, even though I have like 3. They have one village, and they're wielding 4 full stack armies, and they're... and they have all the food and the money to support all of that, and you're just looking at that and you're just like, yeah, okay, sure, buddy, sure. They just cheat their disgusting ass off, and they are not afraid whatsoever to hide it. They're not afraid to not hide it, I mean. They do it blatantly out in the open, and they're absolutely not ashamed of it whatsoever. You can literally just look at things and you can just see them not adding up, due to the cheats that they have going on in the background. In terms of food, in terms of money, in terms of Imperium level. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's not necessarily anything with Pergamon that's difficult, it's just legendary. But yeah, so my assessment on legendary, yeah, it's a bit more annoying. That's mostly what it is, actually. It's not even more difficult, it's just more annoying. The start is more annoying, and then everything else is pretty much the same. And you can't save. And there's restricted camera, that is the annoying part, really. Restricted camera, not being able to save wherever you want. I mean, I understand that part, because, you know, if you make a mistake... You know, if I lost that fight, with that fight I lost over there at Cyprus, I could have, you know, if I wanted to be petty, I could have just reloaded the save, and then the Myrmidons were all fine, and then just let them leave the settlements. Or try again, and then protect the elephants better. So I understand that part, but, you know, the restricted camera, even more cheats for the AI that already have tons of cheats. It's just like, alright, well, sure. It's a bit more of a dancing chair maneuver at the start. That's basically what it is. You capture something, they capture it back, because they have less settlements but more armies, and they still have the funds and the food to supply that. Somehow, even though I'm scraping by with one full stack, even though I have 3 times as many territories. And of course the fact that they never have to deal with politics. You have to constantly keep your eye on politics. AI, that entire feature is just disabled for the AI. They bypass everything having to do with politics, which is also ridiculously unfair. Yeah, so at the start it's just a bit of a dancing chair game, or whatever that game is called. You know, when you walk around a bunch of chairs, and then when the music stops you have to quickly sit down. That's basically what it is. You capture something, they pull up with 2 full stacks, which is impossible. You leave, you let them capture it, they run away to somewhere else, you recapture it again. You coax other factions to fight them, so that they have to spread their armies over multiple fronts. That is how you have to deal with the early game. And then once you get a bit of a foothold, you can take out another decently sized faction, and then once you essentially double your size, then it's all over. Then the AI can never win anymore. You have to actively make ridiculous, retarded decisions in order to lose at that point. For me, the point was, what's it called? Was capturing all of Chimeria's stuff in Asia Minor here. Because if you remember, I was busy with Galatia a whole lot out here. Like, I captured that, they captured that back again. I have to run around, capture it again, or attack them somewhere else where they didn't expect me, and then do that. And then I coaxed, Pontus into joining the war against them, so that they had to spread armies to other places. And eventually I managed to beat them. But then I still wasn't out of the woods yet, because I only had like a few settlements, and Pontus had the rest. And then Pontus was absorbed by all of Chimeria, because Chimeria just came over, and they took all of Pontus's stuff. And then I had to face off against Chimeria. Chimeria was essentially the same size as me. But then once I captured Chimeria's stuff here, and especially once I captured Chimeria's stuff there, then it was all over for the AI. Then it was all over. The AI couldn't touch me at that point anymore. even Bactria, which had already conquered all the way up to Antioch at that point. The only way the AI could have still won is if Bactria immediately declared war on me right then and there when they reached Antioch. That's the only way they could have possibly won. Because then I had majority of my armies at the Bosporus, and then they had to quickly finish up that war and then haul ass down there. Especially that part where where Comedia started to conquer their way this way, and I had to sort of spread my forces thin across Ponto Caspia. And if Bactria had immediately declared war then and sort of blitzkrieg their way into my lands, that's the only way the AI could have won, possibly. But even then, I doubt that that Bactria actually would have been able to win that. I'm fairly sure I was already strong enough that I would have been able to repel attacks there, finish up the war up north, not bother with Scythia and stuff, just make a non-aggression pact and a trade agreement and shit, just deal with that later, just recall everybody, and then focus on Bactria right away. So I still think I would have won. The moment I never could lose anymore was when I secured all of this stuff here. When I secured the majority of Bithynia and Pontus and all of Galatia and Cappadocia. Once I had that, it was all over for the AI. Like I said, the only time they could have still won is if Bactria declared war on me right when I was landing in the Bosporus. It's the only time they could have possibly won. And even then, I kind of doubt that I would have lost that. I mean, I would have lost some settlements probably, but I wouldn't have lost the war in the end, I think. Yeah, so, yeah, in Legendary, it's pretty much the same as Very Hard. The initial start is a bit tough, but once you get to that one point where you can just steamroll, it's all over for the AI and they can never recuperate after that. And also the AI just likes to sit on their ass and do nothing. For Egypt, sat on their ass and did nothing for fucking centuries. Rome never really did any. Well, Rome did conquer all of Raetia and Noricum and like 2/3 of Illyria. That's something, that's more than they usually do. But they never went to war with Carthage, they never went to war with Massilia, they never went to war with Macedon or anything. The Spartans captured all of Macedon's stuff and then they just sat there and did nothing as well. Macedon had massive trouble against the Thracians. Then after ages they finally did something against the RDA or whatever in Illyria. And then again they did nothing for fucking many turns. The Suebi were busy conquering everything. They were very busy with the Rugii. They finally managed to get it done. Oh no, the Boii. Sorry, the Rugii were over there. They managed to push the Boii all the way out of here, because the Boii start, I believe, there in their starting territory, or there, one of the two. They pushed them all the way up there, and then they conquered their way back here, and then they had a wild goose chase for a while. But once they got that done, they also did sweet FA the whole time. All of these Scythian factions did nothing. Aracosia helped me out, and afterwards they just sat there taking attrition forever. Bactria, once they conquered all the way up to there, they never did anything. Like I said, the only way that the AI could have won is if they just declared war on me right then and there immediately, but they didn't. So yeah, the AI just sits there doing nothing for hours, and then you can just pick them apart one by one. It's not really like in Rome 1, where you're busy in one area, and then when you go into the next area, there's a giant empire there. It's not really like that in Rome 2. Yeah, so Legendary difficulty, yeah, not that special, honestly. It's a bit annoying. It's more annoying. That's basically my what's it called? That's basically my assessment of it. It's slightly more annoying than the other difficulties. Slightly more annoying than lower difficulties. But yeah, in terms of Bactria, and in terms of Pergamon, I mean itself, the Pergamon campaign, the starting situation is rather tough because, of course, you are, friendly with Rhodos if they decide to be friendly. We had a bit of a slip up in the first turn, but they managed to chill out after that, and then I took them out later on. But yeah, essentially the only way to go, you're sandwiched between friends, which is Rhodos and Bithynia, or major empires, because there's of course Macedon over there, across the Aegean, and then there is Sardis, which is part of the Seleucid Empire. So it's either you have to attack friendly nations, or you have to attack big empires. And I just decided to bite the bullet and immediately declare war on the Seleucid Empire. Which in the end was the correct call, because Bactria... Well, Bactria always has only one way to go, from there to there, of course. You know, it just depends on whether they actually do it or not, because I believe the last time I played a campaign of Rome 2, Bactria never conquered anything. They just had these 2 provinces and that was it. Yeah, so the start is pretty tough because you have to choose either attack your friendlies or attack big empires. Fight your way into Macedon or fight your way into the Seleucid Empire. But yeah, since I wanted to secure all of Asia Minor, I was gonna be like, well, let's bite the bullet, attack the Seleucids by attacking Sardis. Also, that allows me to secure Ephesus. And Ephesus, throughout the entire campaign, you know, we never really looked back at Ephesus after the initial skirmish around here was done. But Ephesus made me so much money. Ephesus made me so much money throughout the entire campaign. That's not really something you see, because I don't necessarily go back to the city to collect the money or whatever, or build up any buildings or fight any fights there, because it's very peaceful. But all the trade went through Ephesus. I built a trading port there. Ephesus made me so much money. And of course, that allowed me to do all of the things that I did in the campaign. So, silent hero Ephesus. So it was a very nice call. It was a correct call, I think, in the end. To attack and capture Ephesus immediately at the start of the campaign. So yeah. The flip side, of course, is that you're fighting the Seleucids. And depending on what the other factions do, it could be that it is your head on the chopping block, because the Seleucids could have nowhere else to go but you. Which was the situation for a little while, because the Seleucids... I did fight with the Seleucids a little bit. Not very much, because of course the Seleucids were eventually having way too much trouble with Bactria. And they realized that was a bigger threat, which was nice, because I didn't even want to fight with the Seleucids after that anyway. I just wanted to secure Sardis' stuff, and then I peaced out with them not that much later. But yeah, we only fought one battle against the Seleucids, I think. One naval battle over there, which we lost, but they won a Pyrrhic victory, so it was enough. And then we got a peace treaty not that many turns later, after I secured all of Sardis' stuff. There's no point in being at war with the Seleucids at that point anymore, so... And they were too busy fighting with Bactria, so I didn't even... It was a perfect situation for me to peace out with them. I could just focus on more important things, which was the Galatians, Chimeria, and then eventually the Scythians and stuff. Yeah, so that start is pretty rough for Pergamon, for the Pergamenes. Either attack your friendlies or attack big empires. So you really have to, it's balls to the wall right from the get-go, which is a pretty nice change of pace, honestly. But yeah, like I said, you just need to secure Asia, pretty much, the province here. And then once I got Galatia and Cappadocia next, which I did by taking out Galatia, I got like half of it. And then the other half was controlled, all of that was controlled by Chimeria. And then once I got all of that, then it was all over. Once I had these 3 provinces, well, I didn't have Bithynia and Pontus all the way, because that was still part of Colchis' stuff. But once I had this area, then it was all over for the AI. They could not leave, they could never win anymore after that point. So yeah, it's kind of depends on what your style is. You could just leave the big empires be, attack Bithynia. It's a bit weird then, because then you have one territory in Asia and then one territory in Bithynia and Pontus. But I guess you could continue your way there, attack Pontus then, and then later on Colchis. Then especially if you attack Pontus, Chimeria will be your friend, because they start at war with Pontus, and if you attack Pontus while that war is still ongoing, then you have a very high chance that Chimeria is your friend, so that you can just fight your way alongside the Black Sea here, and then don't have to worry about Chimeria coming to visit you. And then you can do the same thing with Rhodos. Especially if that same thing happens where Rhodos is randomly declares war, even though you have a non-aggression pact going. Then at least you have two settlements in Asia. You can just keep that and then focus all on Bithynia and Pontus. And then once you have that, you've got Galatia cut off because they can't grow by capturing Pontus and stuff. You can collapse in on Galatia and then secure Asia by declaring war on Sardis and dragging in the Seleucid Empire. But you're way in a much stronger position then. So you could also do that. Or if you want to avoid war with the Seleucids altogether, you could go immediately, do the same thing what I did, immediately go for the big empire, but immediately go for Macedon instead. That's a bit more of a balls to the wall situation because then you need a fleet, which is extra expensive, which is more difficult to pull off, and you need a harbor first because of course Pergamon itself does not have a harbor. So you do need to capture either Bithynia or Ephesus. Although, you know, if you capture Ephesus, you're already at war with the entire Seleucid Empire, so then I wouldn't recommend going after Macedon. So I guess that still works. Attacking Bithynia is a bit weird then, because then you have one settlement in Asia, one settlement in Bithynia at Pontus, and then you start conquering in Macedonia. So, I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend that. It is possible, I think. You could also do it delayed. Attack Bithynia, attack Pontus, secure an alliance with Chimeria, maybe take out Colchis as well, or at least that one, and then peace out with them later, or make them your satrapy. Then you have got one entire province, then you can collapse in on the Galatians, and then instead of securing Asia, you can go to Macedonia's territory. Maybe they're still struggling with the Thracians, so you could jump in there, help out. Or the other way around. Although, honestly, I wouldn't even bother even if you tried that, because, you know, it would be best to secure the Asia province at that point. And then you would be declaring war on the Seleucids, and then you would be going this way anyway. So, I don't know, I find this a bit weird that Macedonia is a victory condition. I mean, not really in early game, because, you know, for late game, you know, once you get to a certain size, you can steamroll any faction you want. It doesn't really matter which provinces the game wants you to conquer in order to win. You can just conquer anything because, again, the AI cannot stop you. It's impossible for the AI to stop you. You have to actively act like a moron in order for the AI to stop you. Even that, I lost an entire army there. You know, it was retrained in 3 turns. And there were fucking 10 other armies standing nearby to take over. So, you know, even losing a full stack is not that bad in the late game. So no matter which provinces they request of you, it doesn't matter. But yeah, for going after Macedon very early on, because some of those victory conditions were pretty early on, the minor victory conditions, you know, those objectives and stuff. They had to do with, you have to go this way. It's like, in what situation do you do that? Because once you declare war on the Seleucids, which you have to do if you want to follow those objectives, because you have to secure this as well before going there, then you essentially the game tells you secure this and then go there. It's like, yeah, okay, so declare war on the Seleucid Empire and then declare war on the Macedonian Empire. Yeah, okay, sure, game. What kind of dumb idiot wrote those objectives? If you commit to a war with the Seleucids, then, you know, it's only natural that you get drawn this direction. So it's very dumb for the game to force you to go there at the same time, you know? So I don't know, I think I always feel like those victory conditions are all picked a bit willy-nilly, like, you know? We need 6 provinces that the player needs to capture. Oh, that one. There we go. Kind of like that, just all of them in a ball, and then you just put all names in the ball, and then you draw a few random ones, and then, yeah, that's good enough. Throw that in the game. Let's not double check, or let's not playtest whether the flow of that faction goes in that direction or not. I mean, again, if you desperately want to go there, you can totally do it, especially after you've made up a bit of ground. You know, when I was busy with my full-scale invasion of Bactria, I could send an army or 2 into Macedonia's territory. Or especially after I was done, there was no need for me to go all of those in all of those directions. I could totally just send them over here and then go there. But then those objectives, those mini objectives, were already gone. So I already should have done that beforehand, even though, you know, I was at war with this empire that was here. I mean, of course, it was Bactria, it wasn't the Seleucids anymore, so technically I could have prevented that and gone this way. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird. The game sort of naturally flows your way in this direction, so it's a bit weird that the game forces you to capture this at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, Pergamon has a very interesting start, a very interesting starting position. Interesting roster as well. We never got to use the Agima spears, but I'm fairly sure they're pretty cool to use. Yeah, it's their army roster sucks a little bit late game, because you don't really... A lot of major factions have late game stuff and you don't. You don't have thorax spikes, you don't have 30 spears. No, you don't have thorax swordsman, I mean. No thorax pikeman, no thorax swordsman. So yeah, normally you get the levy pikes first, then you get the regular pike second, and then you get your thorax pikes, and then you get your whatever elite pikes. But no, for Pergamon, it stops at regular pikes, and it never upgrades after that. While Egypt and Macedon and Bactria and the Seleucid Empire, they can all upgrade 2 tiers beyond your pikes, and that really sucks. In Rome 1, that doesn't necessarily matter all that much. It matters a little bit, but not that much. Depends on the angle in which they approach your phalanx, if you have a phalanx versus phalanx battle. But in Rome 2 it matters, because in Rome 2 it's all about stats. If the enemy unit has more stats than you, then it's over. Your unit will lose no matter what you do, because that's how stupidly this game is designed. So there's no... And that really sucks that you don't have the higher tier stuff. You have higher tier hoplites in the form of Agima spears, but that's very far away. I mean, you know, I could have gone there faster if I deliberately researched my way over there. It's not like this was the fastest way to get there. It absolutely wasn't. But, you know, honestly, even without that stuff, it's just a bit more difficult, but you can still win, as you can clearly see, because I only got those Agima spears at the very end of the campaign. Same with the Hippeas Lancers and the Pergamenes Noble Cav. I only used them on the general because I preferred to have my general on horseback. That's why all my generals were on Pergamenes Noble Cav. But yeah, honestly, you're not missing all that much. They're a bit of it's a bit weird because they're like icing on the cake, but you miss the majority of the cake. that is Pergamon's army roster. You have those final tier like shock cavalry units like Hippeas Lancers and Pergamenes Noble Cav. And then the Agima spears, some high tier hoplites. Well, they're not actually hoplites, they're just spearmen, but technically they're sort of hoplite-ish units, but they're not hoplites. They can't form a hoplite wall, they throw spears before they engage. So they're not really hoplites. So yeah, you've got essentially, and then you got your picked peltas and stuff. You don't have any high tier archers or anything. You have a few high tier skirmishers in that regard, so you do have some high tier missile stuff. Citizen Cav is the best melee Cav that you're ever gonna get. So yeah, you only have the icing on the cake, but then you're missing an entire layer of cake. That is Pergamon's noble. That's Pergamon's army roster. You have your crappy infantry that you start with, then you have your mediocre infantry that you upgrade towards. You know, the regular hoplites instead of militia hoplites, the regular pikemen instead of levy pikemen, archers instead of slingers. Citizen Cav instead of, I believe we can train light Cav. Or you can go with Tarentines. I usually don't bother with Tarentines, but you can go with Tarentine Cavalry if you want. So that is your tier 2, so to speak, your mid-campaign stuff. And then normally there is late campaign stuff, which, you know, like I said, the Seleucids have that, the Bactrians have that, the Macedonians have it, the Egyptians have it. I'm pretty sure even Commedia has some stuff. They have higher tier hoplites and archers. I mean, of course, they have the elite archers. You know, in the forms of thorax swordsmen, thorax pikemen, or the higher tier pikemen like silver shield pikes or a Hellenic royal guard or something like that. But no, Pergamon has absolutely none of that. They have none of that. They have none of the higher tier base infantry. They only have the icing on the cake. They have the extra shock cavalry and high tier shock cavalry and the high tier spear units. And that's it. Icing on the cake, but you're missing one entire layer of cake, which is a very weird army roster in the end. But yeah, they have, yeah, it's not like, as I've clearly demonstrated in this campaign, it's not like you can't conquer the world with what you have. It's just a bit more difficult because you're competing with a couple of factions that have more high quality stuff than you. And normally that doesn't matter. In Rome 1 that doesn't matter if the enemy has high quality stuff. If you are smarter than the enemy, then you can still win, even if you have crappy stuff. It's a bit more difficult, but you can still do it. I refer to my, essentially any Rome 1 campaign, but specifically I refer to my Egypt campaign in Rome 1. I still had many armies with Nile spearmen. Some even with Nubian spearmen, I believe. And Desert Cav, although Desert Cav are very good cavalry, even though they're supposed to be the weakest cavalry that they can train. They are very great cavalry and they do a ton of damage. So yeah, I still had very quote-unquote crappy armies for the majority, but you know, if you use tactics, you can still win, because if you outsmart the enemy, their quality doesn't matter. But this is Rome 2, and here quality does matter, because the only thing that matters is that you have more stats than the enemy. If you have more stats than the enemy, you win. No, it's not necessarily guaranteed for the player, because of course the AI gets cheats, so they can still get more stats than you do, but that is all that matters in this game. If you have more stats than they do, who has more stats than the other? That's what matters in this game. Because whoever has more stats wins. Doesn't matter if you are good at tactics or if you have the high grounds or anything like that. No, if you have more stats than the other guy, then you win. That is the big thing in Rome 2. And that really sucks, because Pergamon is lacking those late tier units that have more stats than others. So that sucks. Yeah, but it's a pretty fun roster. Like I said, it's a bit weird because you have the icing on the cake without the final layer of cake. So you feel like you're kind of missing some stuff that those last tier units are supposed to complement, because that's what they are. You got the picked peltas, Hippeas Lancers, Pergamon as normal cav. The only exception is the Gima Spears. They're supposed to essentially be your entire backbone of your army at that point, I guess. But then you don't have a lot of variety, you don't have a lot of pikes anymore. So yeah, it's a bit weird. All those higher tier units in the final tiers of your barracks and your skirmisher barracks and stuff feel like they're supposed to complement some units that don't exist in your roster. And that makes it a bit difficult, but as I clearly shown in this campaign, it's not impossible. So yeah, that's it for my campaign as Pergamon and my thoughts on legendary difficulty and the campaign and the faction as a whole. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. There's a download link to the save file in the description as per usual, so you guys can have a little look at the campaign. Now you do have to have mods installed, because of course this is a modded campaign. You do have to have at the very least the Traits, Talents and Toadies mod installed. And possibly that Roman Cataphract mod. Anything else is optional. I've got 4 turns per year mod. I've got trade routes bring in extra money mod. I've got what's it called? Diplomacy enhancer mod. I've got a bunch of that stuff active, but none of that is, it's not like required. If that is disabled, then the campaign just continues normally. But, if I disable the traits, talents, and toadies mod, then all of a sudden all my generals have traits that don't exist. So then the game is going to crash, obviously. So I'm pretty sure the only mod that you need is the traits, talents, and toadies mod, which you should get anyway, because that is a fantastic mod and 10 million times better than the fucking crappy skill system that they put in the vanilla game. So, that regardless of whether you want the save file or not, I highly suggest that you get that mod anyway, because that mod just enhances the game tenfold. Yeah, so if you want to play the campaign, if you want to load up the save file, you need to get the traits, at the very least, the traits, talents, and toadies mod. If the game crashes still, you may need the Roman Cataphract mod. Because then the Romans just recruited a Cataphract. That's a mod that I downloaded ages ago, and for some reason I still have it. It's a mod that allows the Romans to train Cataphract units. And it might be that the Romans... Oh yeah, that's one mod that you need. The Enhanced Roman Generals mod. I don't know why it matters. The generals that the Romans hire have cool models. But then if you don't have the mod enabled, and you try to load up the game is going to crash, because it's going to try to load a model that doesn't exist because you don't have the mod installed. So you need to have the Enhanced Roman Generals mod installed as well. Those are the 2 mods that are absolutely required, because otherwise the game is going to crash if you try to load up the save file. Other than that, it doesn't matter which mod you have installed. But yeah, there's a download link to the save file in the description. Of course, it's on legendary difficulty, so it's on the last turn. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can finish the campaign on my behalf, conquer the rest of the map if you want. You can disband everything and destroy the entire empire from the inside out if you want. Whatever you want to do. Check some buildings where I placed certain buildings. Things like that. Yeah, so there's a download link in the description if you want it. That's the end of this campaign, which obviously means that the next Total War game is going to be in Rome 1 again. I haven't received any suggestions, but I have already decided which campaign that is going to be. So you can still drop suggestions, but I have already decided which faction I'm going to be playing, so don't be surprised if the next campaign is not the faction that you requested. But speaking of faction requests, you can always request any Total War faction you want. Rome 1, Rome 2, Medieval 2, Empire Total War. Yeah, that's it. I don't own any other Total Wars, and I don't plan on buying any of them. So yeah, Rome 1, Rome 2, Medieval 2, or Empire. Those are the Total War games that I own. So you can request factions for those games. And don't worry about, usually I switch between Rome 1 and Rome 2. Don't worry about, oh no, if I suggest a faction for Empire or whatever, it's going to take ages. You're never going to do it. Like, I'll do it eventually, don't worry. But yeah, you can suggest any faction you want in the comments below. I will keep them all in mind. The next campaign will be on Rome 1. I don't know if that'll be immediately next week, but we'll see. Like I said, I've already decided which faction that's going to be about, so yeah, I will be recording videos for that soon. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the campaign as Pergamon. I hope you guys enjoyed the legendary campaign. The next campaign in Rome 2 is going to be back on very hard, by the way. Not because I can't deal with legendary, because obviously I can, because I just won this campaign. But yeah, I prefer to be able to save whenever I want. Although, I don't know, maybe I will do it on legendary, we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. Special shoutouts to anybody that watched this campaign from the very first episode all the way up until this point. And a especially big, humongous shout out to Emperor of Historia, who suggested this campaign, the Pergamon campaign. And who is hopefully, it doesn't matter, but, and who is, according to his, what's it called? According to his words, is going to be sending me 60 denarii for this campaign. So, I'll be looking forward to my motherfucking 60 denarii. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, of course I didn't do it for that. I did it for Pergamon, which is a cool faction, with some very interesting history behind it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, you specifically. I hope you enjoyed... oh, actually, never mind. Did you say what your actual name was? I mean, I've been calling you by your Instagram name because that's what you used to DM me in order to request this campaign. Oh yeah, your name is Dimitrios. Well, huge shout out to Dimitrios for suggesting this campaign, for challenging me to play it on legendary difficulty, and for offering me 60 denarii if I actually won the campaign. Well, that happens. Yeah, huge shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed the watching the campaign. I hope it was to your liking. And I hope you enjoyed seeing your ancestors conquer the entire known world. And lay waste to the Bactrians. Mostly, because that's the majority of this campaign. That gigantic campaign against Bactria. So yeah, I hope you specifically enjoyed the campaign. Because of course you suggested it, so I really hope that I managed to make you smile with this campaign. Yeah. Save files in the description. Next campaign will be in Rome 1. You don't have to suggest a faction because I already know which faction I'm going to be playing. You can suggest any other faction of a Total War game as long as they are within Rome 1, Rome 2, Medieval 2 or Empire Total War. Huge shout out to Dimitrios for suggesting this campaign and challenging me to play on Legendary, and I will see you guys in the next video. Valete!